Have you ever wondered what separates the ultra-successful, the top 1%, from everyone else? Is it luck? Is it talent? While those things can play a part, the real secret, the foundational difference, lies in their mindset. It's not something they were born with, it's something they built, brick by brick. And the good news is, you can build it too. Today, we're going on a journey to deconstruct and install the success mindset of the world's highest achievers. This isn't just about thinking positively. It's about fundamentally rewiring how you see yourself, your challenges, and the world around you. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's unlock the mental framework that turns ambition into reality. The first and most crucial pillar of the top 1% mindset is an unwavering belief in their own agency. They don't see themselves as passengers in life, subject to the whims of circumstance. They see themselves as the pilots of their own destiny. This means taking absolute, 100% responsibility for their lives. Not 99%, but all of it. When something goes wrong, their first question isn't who can I blame, but what could I have done differently, and what will I do now to fix it? This shift from a victim mentality to an owner mentality is transformative. It's the difference between waiting for a handout and building your own table. When you accept full responsibility, you reclaim your power. You stop being a product of your circumstances and start becoming the architect of your future. Every setback becomes a lesson, every failure a stepping stone, because you are in control of the response. Next, let's talk about their relationship with failure. Most people are terrified of failing. They see it as a final judgment, a label of incompetence. The top 1%, however, see failure completely differently. To them, failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. It's data, it's feedback, it's an essential part of the learning process. Think of it like a scientist running an experiment. If the experiment doesn't work, the scientist doesn't quit and say, "I'm a terrible scientist." They analyze the data, figure out why it failed, adjust their hypothesis, and run the experiment again. The ultra-successful apply this exact same logic to their goals. They embrace experimentation. They are willing to try things, to risk falling short, because they know that each attempt, whether it succeeds or fails, brings them closer to the right answer. They fail forward, learning and iterating until they break through. So, ask yourself, are you letting the fear of failure paralyze you, or are you using it as fuel for your next attempt? Another key component is their laser-like focus on growth. Carol Dweck, a Stanford psychologist, famously identified two mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe their abilities are static and unchangeable. People with a growth mindset believe their abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. The top 1% are the ultimate champions of the growth mindset. They are obsessed with learning. They read voraciously, they seek out mentors, they take courses, they are constantly looking for ways to sharpen their skills and expand their knowledge. They understand that who they are today is not who they have to be tomorrow. This belief turns challenges into opportunities to grow and criticism into valuable feedback. They aren't threatened by the success of others. They're inspired by it, seeing it as proof of what's possible. They live by the mantra, "I'm not there yet," instead of "I can't do it." This subtle shift in language creates a world of difference in possibility. Now, let's discuss their perception of time. Most people trade their time for money. The top 1% understand that time is their most valuable, non-renewable asset. They don't just manage their time, they invest it. They are ruthless in protecting their focus and energy. This means saying no to things that don't align with their primary goals. It means delegating tasks that others can do, so they can focus on the high-leverage activities that only they can do. They don't get caught up in being busy, they focus on being productive. They use systems, routines, and discipline to ensure their days are spent on what truly matters. They understand the power of compound effort, that small, consistent actions performed over a long period lead to massive results. They think in terms of years and decades, not just days and weeks. This long-term perspective allows them to weather short-term storms and stay committed to their vision when immediate results are invisible. Let's tie this all together with the concept of environment. The top 1% are masters of curating their environment for success. This includes their physical space, their digital consumption, and most importantly, the people they surround themselves with. There is a famous saying, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The highest achievers take this to heart. They actively seek out relationships with people who are smarter, more successful, and more ambitious than they are. They build a network not just for networking's sake, but to create a mastermind of support, challenge, and inspiration. They understand that energy is contagious. Being around driven, optimistic, and action-oriented people pulls you up. Conversely, being around negative, cynical, and complacent people will inevitably drag you down. Take an honest look at your circle. Are the people around you fueling your fire or pouring water on it? Your environment either serves your growth or stunts it. There is no middle ground, so how do we start installing this mindset today? It begins with small, deliberate actions. First, start your day by identifying one thing you have complete ownership over. Second, reframe a past failure. Instead of seeing it as a loss, write down 3 lessons you learned from it. Third, dedicate just 15 minutes a day to learning something new in your field. Read a book, watch a tutorial, or listen to a podcast. Fourth, identify one time-wasting activity you can eliminate this week and replace it with a high-value task. Finally, reach out to one person you admire and ask them for a brief chat or a piece of advice. These aren't massive, life-altering changes overnight. They are small hinges that swing big doors. The goal is not to be perfect from day one, but to be consistent. It's about building a new set of mental habits, one day at a time. The brain is like a muscle. The more you train it to think in this new way, the stronger and more natural it becomes. Remember, your mindset is the operating system for your life. If your OS is outdated and full of bugs, your performance will suffer no matter how great your hardware, your talent, and potential is. Upgrading your mindset to that of the top 1% is the single most powerful investment you can make in yourself. It's the foundation upon which all other success is built. It's about choosing ownership over blame, growth over stagnation, and action over fear. This journey isn't easy, but it is absolutely possible for anyone willing to do the work. The tools are right here in front of you. The question is, will you pick them up and start building? Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the success mindset. I hope this has given you a clear roadmap to start your own transformation. If you found this valuable, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on unlocking your full potential. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which mindset shift are you going to focus on first? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.